Microphone muted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Vanity Overwatch League, bringing you Game 2 here. I'm AJS0, coming at you with my boy TK Thrifty. Mr. Thrifty, how are you?
Doing phenomenal, Swift. How about yourself?
I honestly, I can't handle you. You're always doing so well.
Yeah?
Like, you always get to play against these teams that have bad players on them, like AJS0 and Zeticus, and life has got to just be so easy being you. You don't know the struggle we go
Dude,
through.
I don't. I just get to play fair up, press Q, kill myself, and still win.
Yeah,
God bless you.
I haven't made any bad plays of the week, so I guess I got that going for me.
I finally had like some redemption for whatever reason tonight. I don't know why. My Q was broken. It did work. It actually worked this time.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the casters talked over your last play of the game about how they didn't think you deserved it, so...
No, that's fine. I probably didn't.
Alright, so we are bringing you, guys, a pretty important match tonight. We got very aggressive Genji versus Winstoni Baloney, and I believe they're playing for sole possession of second place. As I want to say both of these teams are tied at 6-3 right now.
That does sound right. A little hard to remember just because it's not week by week basis, but as far as like also just how we've seen the teams have been going, like how all the matches have been going, these two definitely seem to be what everyone would consider to be the number 2 seeds.
Yeah,
fighting
and
for that
being the very last game of the first round robin of the season.
Yeah,
we'll kind of have after this game, I feel like you can start to draw some conclusions about where teams are at, because everyone's played everyone once.
Exactly, and this is also going to be a real solid matchup, as we're always excited to see 30 versus Chromatic. Two of the best players in the league. Always fun to watch them duke it out.
I mean, I'm not going to say they're two of the best. I'm going to say hands down they are the two best, and I don't think anyone else is in the conversation.
Yeah.
I am super excited to watch these guys go at it, and we're going to get them on Li Zhang to start with here, which I'm happy to see this on King of the Hill. This is where you just, like, your two star players of the Beyblade, you just got to toss them in there and let them rip.
How long have you been waiting to use that?
I just came up with that on the fly, man.
Not bad.
I'm not a freak. I don't prep my jokes ahead of time. Maybe I should. Like, maybe my rap game would be up a notch if I started writing stuff down, but...
Yeah. Not bad, though. I was gonna say, that joke was, like, riding right along the valley of, like, where it was, like, just cheesy and bad enough that it's, like, I could totally see this on the fly, but that also is something that's, like, I could see someone actually have going out of their way to prepare that joke.
Nah, man, my cheese is all natural. That's how we do it up in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Fancy people and your cows.
Of note, before we get into things here, very aggressive Genji missing 2 other players today. So they are going to be playing sub Swasser and emergency sub, aka team owner Arkadievich.
Oh man.
As they are missing Think Twice, who was mostly a soldier one trick, and your Pendry, one of their healer / Symmetra players. And they're not really missing a beat because they're just plugging Arkadievich and Swasser into their heroes.
Yep.
So we'll see how much of a drop-off there is. I expect Arkadievich to be able to play all right. I do not expect much of Swasser.
No, but fortunately Lucio is like one of those heroes that's like, you definitely do get a lot from being good at him, but there is like, you do get some baseline value just literally sitting there.
Yeah, so Arkadievich goes down really early here to 30. That's going to be big, as that's going to let Avalite kind of free reign into the very aggressive Genji. And he's kind of pushing everybody back as this point's about to unlock.
Yeah, they had a really nice rotation out of that back.
Yeah, but 30 does go down. Denko busting out the Pharah that he'd been doing work on last week. Going to be a big hero to watch here. Both these teams trying to do anything they can to establish control. Now Denko goes down. That could be a big pick. Avalite sniping him out of the air. That could turn the tides in favor of Winstoni Baloney here, as VAG trying to stall things out, but Chromatic goes down. And I think that's going to be the death now, as Avalite gets the Rocket Barrage. Maybe didn't have to pop it, but going to be safe, and that's the first cap.
Yeah, that'll pick him up a kill and guaranteeing his team the cap on the point, starting this game off.
And one thing to note that I didn't catch until now, very aggressive Genji are running 3 DPS, 1 tank. Thor on the Winston, the only tank for that team.
That's an unusual choice. Especially if Winston is solo tank.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of pressure on Winston and Chromatic to be able to just fully break the line of Winstoni Baloney.
Yeah. I wonder if that's one of those things where Swasser or Arcadius just don't play tanks particularly. And that's just what's hitting their team.
Yeah, but we do know that Danko and Chromatic both do. So this, to me, is a conscious choice they made. As they're coming in, they have great ult economy. They're 10% away from
they're gonna have
6
6
ults.
effect. Yeah, I would say. But both teams are really close.
Yeah,
they have 5 for
fight.
Here we go. Clusterfuckman in.
Oh, Chromatic coming in on the back line, though. He's doing a lot of work, and this is looking really good for VAG as they pick up 4 kills really fast. Just 3 their Nevelite remaining, and they're going to be holding on to their ults if they know what they're doing.
Yep.
But
Master's going to ape out to buy a
doing.
lot of time. Oh.
Yeah, not a great ult out of Mr. Meister there.
Not at all. He bought them like a couple of percentage, but that's not really worth it for an ult.
Yeah, the thing is, even if you buy a couple of percentage there, you're just costing your team future percentage by being the last one to respawn and get into a fight.
Well, he didn't die there, actually.
Well, if that's what he'd been going for, though, the ult install, which
he
thought he was for a second. And we see people do that a lot. It's a lot of times it's not a good play.
Yeah,
but
very few times. There's a couple times where that 5% like at the right time can matter, where it's like you cap and they don't have a time to turn around, but that's not one of those situations.
All right, so we see a really nice Graviton coming out, and the Rocket Barrage going into it. They just wipe Vegas Genji up to point. That's 4 dead real fast, including Crystallize with the res.
Yeah, they're going to line up Evo, but it's going to be way too late. He's going to be able to pick up 2 and deal a lot of damage to 2 more before he goes down. Really nice combo there.
And very aggressive Genji back on the back foot. They're a few percent away, but they will have a lot of ults. Man, these ults have been lining up to make some really explosive fights.
Yeah, no. Like, we had the 6 ult v 6 ult fight 2 fights ago. That last one was 3-3. We're looking at another 3-3 coming up.
30 gets a huge rocket snipe onto Arkadievich, but watch out because there is a sneak onto the point going down here. Josh Danko dropping the rocket barrage, putting down a lot of damage, but only picks up 1 kill, but it's Scotch, so no res available before he goes down. Crystallize gets the 2-man res, and that's Chromatic and Danko, the best you can get. This Chromatic is doing work through this backline. 30.
Hey, that's gonna look like they get it.
Yeah, Arkadievich with the Tac Visor finishes things off, and that was actually really well played for what was initially a 5v6 for VAG.
Yeah, no, that was a really solid combination of where like the Genji runs in, and like with second you see Genji reach, but everyone just immediately turns the focus on him, and Josh Danko immediately from behind just drops the fair ult barrage, and from there they were able to capitalize on that really, really well.
Scotch still does have a res available, so there's a lot that Winstoni can do here as they're dropping the beats. Well, both teams dropping the beat here, but Crystallize goes down first as we're kind of going for a slow 6v5, but Evelite just keeps churning out the damage. This is looking good for 30 and friends.
Yeah, no, if they've kept this here, there is pretty much no chance. So it looks like that is going to be the game as this overtime clock ticks down.
Yeah, so map 1 win for Winstoni Baloney, doing playing fairly standard, which I think is kind of what we expected out of them. It's 30, that's how his teams are always gonna play.
Yeah. Oh. That is very, very little surprise from that. But they execute it well, and they're rewarded with the win. First map over to them.
Yeah, and so with the 3 DPS combo, we have a second here, since it looks like
they're running it again.
Are going to do it again. There's a really high burden of execution on that, but when it works, it can snowball super well. And we know Chromatic goes off on Genji. We saw last week Josh Danko can go off on Pharah, so I think I understand why they're willing to try putting all their eggs into one basket, and they were not very far away from winning that map.
No, like they were. I mean, one fight that went their way instead, that could have definitely tied up the game and put it over to them.
Ooh, now the Smasher's playing the Zenyatta this time, though. That's a bit of a shock for a bad player.
Yeah, and he's gonna go down right away. Evil Eye's gonna pick him up with a few rockets.
Yeah, Avalite gets the snipe onto Arkadievich as well. Although Josh Danko does get the pick onto 30's McCree.
Yeah. Lots of damage going out on both sides as everyone's piling into this room. Looking overall in the favor of VAG though, as they're starting to pick up people as these people are going down.
Yeah, Avalite up in the air, trying to make a play, but not gonna find it, and that should end the long fights.
Yeah, quite a long fight, but we're going to see first cap this time going over to VAG.
Yeah, the only pick different for Winstoni Baloney from the last map, 30 on that McCree. And he finds Josh Danko there, so that could open things up really fast. Well, Wily Coyote goes down in the process, and now so does Avalite. So it looks like Winstoni Baloney, though, not too afraid to go in for this 4v5. Jim putting down a lot of pressure that on the point. They do find a kill onto Swasser. Scotch kind of hiding on the outside with the res, but the
30 down. 30's getting right back up that res. Time to take high noon, but he's gonna find rockets.
Yeah, nice barrage out of Danko there to stop 30 before he can really set up a big dead eye.
Yeah, I don't think he got the fire off on it actually.
He did get a kill.
Okay.
Fortunately, Deadeye 2.0 going off in a fifth of a second.
Yeah. Yeah, it freaking escalates real fast.
Yeah, this was looking good for Winstoni, but Arkadievich coming in with the tac visor, and I think this is going to end up being a hold for very aggressive Genji.
Yeah. What are you doing, Scotch? You do not want to be there. But, okay. Yeah, what the?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know the last time he took a math class, maybe he thought 33 rounds up to 100 and he was going for the big res, but not an Overwatch, my friends. Not the kind of play you expect to see out of the best Mercy in the league.
What?
Enemy contact.
This is not the kind of play you'd expect to see out of the best Mercy in the league.
Is Scotch the best Mercy in the league?
That's what I heard.
I think I missed that memo.
Oh, I definitely heard that. You know me, I don't forget that kind of stuff. As we see the push coming in, nice Graviton gonna be equalized. But Danko going for a play with the, sorry, that was Evelyn going for a play with the barrage, but not getting it.
This is looking not terribly good for very aggressive Genji, but they are turning things around. Chromatic and Thor versus the world, holding on to the last minute. Now the Dragon Blade comes out. He's going to see if he can slash double kill.
Oh, and he can. He's Chromatic. He gets the slash double, and he buys enough time for his team to get there. They only have to get this Treemeister and Avalite. As Crystallize comes in, and he breaks Chromatic back from the damned.
He's got a monkey to join him this time, too. Looking real close. These fights this map have been so long. This is absolutely insane.
Scotch is going to be jumping in. He has 2% away from the res. And
he's so close. He's so close.
He gets the 3-man res. Oh, perfect play out of the Scotch there.
Oh my gosh, he had not a moment to spare. He was at like 10 health when he got that res off. But it keeps his team alive. And it looks like they're going to cap the point.
Yeah, just going to be Thor in there as the dead monkey comes flying off the points. And yeah, off the back of a big res from Scotch, VAG just did not have anyone they could afford to push with there. And they will not get the 100-0.
Yeah, they definitely gave a good run at it though, that is for sure. That was a real solid attempt at the 100-0.
Yeah, and they're still in a decent place on alt economy. I guess both of these teams are. As we're going to see Chromatic and Arkadievich coming in. 30 drops the attack 5 to start with though, and he takes Arkadievich out very fast. Takes out Chromatic as well.
Yeah, seeing 30 switching over to that soldier and having good effect.
Yeah, a lot of alts coming out here from Winstoni Baloney. Looking like for very aggressive Genji, this could just be the draw alts out of them fight, as they're going to be coming in with 4 and close to 5.
It's not going to be totally free though. Looks like we're going to have 3 alts ready for Winstoni Baloney coming in for this next fight. And not bad ones to have either.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to turn into where a lot of fights where both versus have the res available. It's going to come down to who can get the more man res off, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and we have a lot of ults that can, on both sides, that can definitely pick up quite a lot of kills to let those Mercies change the tides of war.
Okay, so Thor is established, and Chromatic is coming in on the back line, looking to drop the weeb stuff. The Dragon has become him, and he's taken out 30 to start the fight. Crystallize gets a 2-man res on the point for Chromatic's teammates, as this is looking good for VAG.
Oh, souped up Evilite. Gonna try and save the day here.
Yeah, but that's going to be asking too
It is
much.
him and a baby diva.
Although he is buying a lot of time here. He buys a hell of a lot of time. His Scotch is now here. He has the res available, but there's only 1 man to res, and Josh Danko gets the kill onto Scotch.
Good kill priority there.
Ooh, there's a nice trance coming out of Swasser. That should make sure that none of his teammates fall here.
And it looks like we have a DC. I don't know if you noticed. He was definitely had some diva problems. Jim, what the hell is this? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and I think we need a pause, and we're gonna get the pause. It's a really awkward time there. Yeah, so it looks like we had a DC. Fortunately, he was in spawn room, so that shouldn't have cost this team any time here. As
yeah, he definitely DC'd at the end of that, towards the end of that fight. He was Baby Diva, and then he was just staring at the ceiling for about like a second and a half or two before he died.
He accepted his fate. You know,
I welcome the Black Abyss.
You got a very aggressive Genji in your face. You know you're not making it out alive.
Embrace me.
Think about your mother one last time.
Yeah, that is fair. Oh, damn. Sam's power went out.
Well, that's
Wow.
unlucky.
Oh, okay. He's logging back in. So he like power tripped or something.
Yeah, I definitely would have.
Yeah. When you say the power's out, I just assume that like, you know, the power's done.
Yeah, we had some pretty gnarly storms rolling through here about 3.5 hours ago. So yeah, it makes sense it's down in the Milwaukee area about now.
But yeah, what was originally looking to be really, really solid for very aggressive Genji here. A lot of time bought from Evilite into the Reg from Scotch, and then even though things weren't looking good, Jim all of a sudden cleaning up house there at the end.
Yeah, we got Jim doing
He got 3 or 4 kills there. Right there. Like, you know, moments before the pause. But now we play the waiting game.
I really appreciate that the overtime ticking keeps going during the pause.
Slowly going insane right now.
Yeah, dude, that's like some League of Legends shit where if you pause on top of the wrong animation, you're done. You got a mute league.
Yep. To be honest, it's probably just not worth the amount of effort it takes to fucking do that.
Now, you can say that, but I'm going to go out and say this is another sign that Blizzard does not care about the spectator experience in Overwatch, and it's part of what has been dooming it as an esport. It's indicative of a company-wide philosophy, and it bothers me a lot.
Dude, I don't know why you're surprised about that. Blizzard has shown over and over again that they don't give a shit about supporting their games as an esport.
But they at least said this time, man. They said it was going to be different.
They said it was going to be different with StarCraft 2. That went fucking nowhere.
StarCraft 2 was before esports were actually born. Everyone knows esports weren't born until the League of Legends Season 1 World Championship.
I wish you could see my face. There's immense amounts of... I feel like words cannot describe the emotion I want to display here.
When we make it big, we can add the Korean cams to the SBL. So.
Yeah, that was definitely a Korean cam moment.
All right, so I think we got both these right here, so we are gonna jump back in.
All right, here we go. Not ready means unpause. Yes, tree.
Yo, I just want to give a shout out to Wangzheng Tower and CU in the finals. I'm pretty sure they had already played 2 maps in this amount of time.
I was gonna say that was a fast series, and looks like we're not gonna get done early because we never do.
All right, now I think we got both teams in.
All right, there we go.
So,
and promptly, let's end this game in about 10 seconds from right now.
All right, so Jim just coming out of his mad monkey there.
Bam!
And bam. That's it. All it took was Treemeister coming back.
Yep.
And unfortunate for very aggressive Genji, because if you may recall, that map had started 99-0.
Yep, that was the saltiest of runbacks.
That's rough. So
The
Curious.
beeping is over, worth a loss. Yes, agreed.
So after losing 2 straight, we do see some a lot of changes actually coming out of VAG. Josh Danko going back to the Zarya. That's something we've been seeing him playing a lot earlier this season. Thor going over to the Diva. He'd been playing that a bit last week. And then Chromatic busted out a new pick, the Tracer, which, I mean, you can play Genji, you can probably play Tracer. But it is a first for him. At least in this season, he's obviously, I've seen him play it quite a lot outside of BOL.
I would say I've seen him play it a decent chunk out of the little bit I played with him. And I like this. I like them mixing up the strategy. They got closer last game, but it still didn't get them quite there. So mix things up, see if you can get there. And oof, off to a bit of a rough start here.
Ugh, yeah, you studied the blade while Jimbo studied the hammer, and that clearly worked out good for him as they pick up 4 kills real fast to start this fight. Gonna be an easy cap for Winstoni Baloney.
Thor is trying to stay alive as long as he can. Probably not actually what you wanted to accomplish there, but
yeah, that was a pretty textbook situation for just jumping off a cliff.
I'd just run into the room. At least stall them out, and you know you're gonna die faster. At least at that point.
Yeah, but they'd already capped, so you wouldn't be getting.
Oh yeah, they already capped. Yeah, I guess at that point at that point
you would give them the opportunity to not kill you and force the long stall.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take your own death into your own hands, but
yeah,
we got
that's a good point.
30 goes down here.
Coming back with a vengeance. They were pushing him off, but down comes the hammer.
Yeah, 2 for 2 as this fight starts. The self-destruct coming out of Treemeister there. Not getting anybody like most of
very
these ults.
charged Zarya off of that.
Yeah, Jesus, glowing. But really only able to buy time right here, although he now tosses out the Graviton. It's a gigantic Graviton, but there's nothing to combo into it.
Yeah. Oh man, if they had that default with it, they would have been fucking set. Like, that was a beautiful Graviton, but there was, like you said, 0 follow-up. Well, 0 reasonable follow-up.
Yeah, and that just ends up being a lot invested to not take the points out of VAG, who have maybe 2 fights if they're lucky.
Yeah. Oof.
And now with Thor going down, that probably guarantees we're only going to see 1 more fight here.
Yeah, no, at this point you should just jump back. Get Thor in. Go for this one last push. Because you're not capping this till 99 at this point.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They're establishing the slow push as Chromatic diving onto the point, but he goes down super early. Transcendence coming out. That was a bad Transcendence. Not really accomplishing
not
anything
ideal.
There. We do have Evelite going up with the Rocket Barrage, takes out 2, including Crystallizes Res. Scott's bringing Jim back. This should be an easy goal for Winstoni.
That is going to be. It's all just a matter of wrapping this game up now. Fnatic doing a valiant effort to buy a lot of time here, but it is a long walk back and no one is close.
That's going to be the
3-0
3-0 for Winstoni Baloney. Whew. After how competitive those first two maps were, that hurts to lose it like that in a 3-0. And play of the match going to be 30 and Soldier 76. Stop me if you've seen this before. Oh, look at that. Oh, you think you're safe in the airfare? Motherfucker, I'm 30. Oh, you think you're safe being a monkey? Motherfucker, I'm 30. Man, fuck this guy. He is so much better than us. I gotta pop tag visor to shoot people like that.
This kid definitely knows his FPS. That's for sure.
Impressive.
The way he's playing this season, we might have to start calling him 40. Because 30's not enough.
Yeah, this very aggressive Genji squad. Definitely feeling the pains of the subs, though. Not where you want to be
Yeah,
at.
exactly. You know, it was rough to lose, but when you're bringing in two subs, I mean, Swasser, he's level 43, and he's somewhere in the mid 1K rankings on this account, if he's even ranked. Let's see. 1,800 last season, so I guess not as bad as we had thought it was, but I know he spent some time a bit lower than that. And then obviously Arkadievich doesn't play a whole lot.
Yeah, he played during the first time, and he was in like the initial hype train. And since then, I don't think he's played very much at all.
Yeah, and you know, Arkadievich, I saw him doing some alright things there. You know, it's not like he was trying to fill in for a 30 level soldier. He just needed to be almost as good as Think Twice, which I think Casey played fairly well. But Swasser looked pretty out of his element there, especially on the Zenyatta. There's a lot more pressure to be doing something meaningful for your team when you're playing Zenyatta, and I'm surprised he played 2 maps as that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very surprised about that as well, but...
Props to 30 and company. I mean, we've seen plenty of teams that, when they're in situations where they should get easy wins, sometimes do start losing maps.
Yeah, they make it harder on themselves than they need it to be.
And there was none of that today out of Winstoni Baloney. So we are going to be taking map 2 here to Ilios, which is turned into one of the like BOL defining maps this season.
Which I am okay with. I absolutely love this map. I think it's super fun to play on. It has some really fun maps to watch as well. I am fine with this becoming a BOL staple.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's nice. It's a colorful, pretty place to be.
Unfortunately, one of the favorite parts of the pit, Roadhog, got absolutely blasted. I don't know. I imagine Roadhog would still... This would be a map that Roadhog still wouldn't be too bad on. Just because most of the time, like, you're just hooking them into the pit.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think Roadhog is as bad as everyone's
No, I don't
like
think so either.
It was funny. I just last night finally watched my VOD from last week, and somebody started going off on a Roadhog rant. So I messaged 30. I was like, hey man, I need your opinion on something. How do you feel about new Roadhog? And then, like, 2 minutes later in the VOD, 30 goes off on this rant about how Roadhog is dead and never coming back. And I was like, well, so much for 30 being my voice of reason here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as bad. I think, like, the flank and pick Roadhog that we are all used to seeing definitely hurts. But, like, the head hitbox helps a lot. He's not going to get dropped nearly as hard.
So watch out. We do have a real deep 30.
Yeah, Chromatic on the Widow. Just noticed that. Getting picks onto Evilite.
I'm taking the objective. Get over here.
just getting one of those nice spread out fights going on at the start here. Thor going down on the deep flank. Kind of off in no man's land trying to make something happen. Unable to. As 30 tosses out the pulse bomb, but he's going to get Swasser with it. I think he put down some damage on a Danko there as well. And now it's looking like 30 put out enough work in that fight. It's going to turn into a cap for Winstoni here.
Yep.
If they remember to stand on it. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
But Chromatic goes down again. This is gonna be a rough comp for Chromatic to play. And yeah, he's switching off the Widow. I really like the Widow as an Evolite counter, but against Diva Winston, you're really asking for too much.
Yeah.
And he realized that fast. He's not gonna try to force it.
Yeah. I am a little surprised to see him go over to the Genji when they already have the double DPS. But
Danko in deep, but gonna get that whole tack visor eaten by the Diva. As
Jim
Jim,
once again.
he's a
Big, the
mad
Jim
monkey.
Bone Madman.
Yeah, Thor gonna try whip out his lesser monkey there, not doing as much work as we saw at the gym. Really just wasting time, although he does get a boop onto the Diva. But I don't think it's gonna matter. As 30 once again gets the pulse bomb on a Crystallize this time. And this is some really bad staggering on a very aggressive Genji. They just gave up like an extra 20% that they really didn't need to.
Yeah, and now they're getting picked off left and right up this aisle. We're going to see an unusual Zenyatta ult that's going to push people off back. But they're not having a lot of success here on this point in particular. Like before, all these neutral points like looked fairly even at points, but this one is just they've been on the back foot the entire time, and they just have not regrouped since.
Yeah, they've been trying to figure out what hero swaps can get something going, and the answer's really been none of them so far. As we're seeing in the 90s here, Josh Danko goes down to Jim Bone.
Thor tries to jump onto the point, gets blocked by the palm tree.
And Chromatic land down the stick here. He does get Scotch. Crystallize does bring Swasser back. Evolite puts down some good damage with the barrage there, though. And I think that's going to secure things. As 30 with one last pulse bomb.
Yep. Oof. That's
Rough.
another 100-0, actually.
That's our first 100-0, isn't it?
Wasn't the...
The last map of Lijiang was 99-0 before the salty run back.
No, that was the second game.
On Lijiang?
Yeah, the middle.
No, that was the
Howard-
last game with the pause. Was the
No,
salty
the
run
pause
back.
was the second of the three.
No, the pause was like...
The pause was the second round. That was on, like, the tower in the center, like, the gardens.
Zed's backing me up here. I think you're wrong.
The pause was not the last game of Lijiang Tower. We played another map after it.
Fuck. Alright,
The reason why you don't
Zed-
remember it is because they got their shit slapped, and it was over.
Yeah, I guess the shit slapping, you know, it blurs together sometimes.
Yeah, if you want... Here, defining moment, Thor on the Diva, running away, and you talked about he should have jumped
Yeah,
off the edge.
that happened after the pause. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, what else has happened after the pause is Ilio's map 2 here, as a lot of the same picks coming out of Winstoni Bologna, as they haven't gotten any picks yet, but they feel like they're being a little more assertive with the front line so far.
Yeah. I definitely think it's one of those things where this is working, we don't need to change it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, Chromatic has switched over to the Zarya, so go back to what worked for him last week.
Dude, he's mowing a lot of people down. He's actually having a lot of success here. But it's like, it's just not going to be enough. Yashchenko stalling it out for another half a second there.
It's once again gonna be the cap for Winstoni Bologna.
Yeah, I do like them actually waiting here instead of running in right away. They have the Reaper on the flank. They got set up this time.
Crystallize goes down really early here. That's not going to be good.
Arcadia Pitch finding himself in an odd spot, surrounded by the enemy team, and oh, blasted off the edge by Tree Meister.
You just got blasted, bitch.
Yeah, that always like, oh.
30 dropping the attack visor. Oh, this is looking bad for very aggressive Genji as they lose 2 really early. 30 still putting down damage with attack visor. Shooting into the abyss. It's a 0 for 3, and they're still in a pretty solid place on ult economy.
They are pushing up so far. Oh, this is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah, ooh, Crystallize is caught deep in no man's land, although he does find a jump out.
Like,
So
they are
they can
well
pass.
past the point. They were almost pushing up to, like, directly in front of the other team's spawn.
Yeah, and that was a very good time to be pushed like that as well.
Yep.
As we now see the Graviton coming out. A lot of damage that could go into there, but they don't actually combo it with any of the ults they had available.
Heroes never die.
Oh, that hurts to see. That was such a nice Graviton surge.
Yeah. Don't know if that was a miscommunication or a misexecution, but it really caused very aggressive Genji, as that was kind of their chance to get into this game. Although Arkadievich on the side here picks off 2 with the Death Blossom. There's maybe a chance for something here for very aggressive Genji, although
It's not looking good once again.
yeah, Crystallize is looking for the 2-man res, but he can't kiss it, so he settles for Arkadievich.
Yeah, they're hanging in there though. It's still a fairly even fight. 4 to 4.
There's the attack visor coming out at 30.
Heroes never die.
As Scotch only gets the 1-man res. The attack visor does not get anything.
That's definitely not a bad spot to be, but now Jim's chimping out. Slapping people away. Chromatic! You're living on the edge, buddy! Oh my god. Here we go. Here's some nice, tense, fucking long-ass battles. Jim finally finds Crystallize. Jumping on him.
There we go, the ape shit coming out of Thor's 74. Avalite dropping the rocket barrage, and that's going to finally mop up enough of very aggressive Genji for the cap here. As a 2-0 lead for Winstoni.
Score 0 to 2.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Summarize. That really says a lot.
Welcome to Greece, agents.
System check initiated. Green across the
It really is a shame that we had to have very aggressive Genji coming out with these subs. We've had some really solid games despite it though, but
Yeah, it
It's like-
started alright, but I think Winstoni kind of figured out what they need to run. And
Yeah,
there
I
hasn't
was
been
gonna
an
say.
option.
yeah, once when Sony got it figured out, it was not looking pretty to say the least for very aggressive Genji.
Yeah, and this was a game with big seeding implications, and I mean, we're looking like we're taking the train at full speed to 3-0'sville.
Yeah, when Sony really definitely not letting up. They've just been putting the pressure, stepping on the gas harder and harder. They are pushing this train to the limit.
Yeah, 30 gets a kill before he dies there on the Reaper, first time picking that for tonight. And despite it only being a 1-for-1, that's going to be a cap for Winstoni Bologna. They're just playing to the point better.
Yep. Oh! Kavich getting blasted off by Evilite. And once again, another very strong start from Winstoni Bologna.
Yeah, they're content to play this one really slow. They're playing all the way back to the point here, which is somewhat common on this map.
Yeah, playing up a little farther on this map.
Thor?
I really wish I caught that. I'm pretty sure He just tried to jump along on like the right
Yeah,
side, and
'cause
he
there
just
was-
fucking whiffed.
Given the game situation, there's no way he could have been going for an intentional suicide there. So,
Yep.
welcome to the Bad Dragon plays of the week, my friends.
I just wish I didn't see only the aftermath. Wish there was a replay function for that.
But at least we acknowledged it.
That's true.
By acknowledging it, we've given it power.
Whoa.
That's 30 going in, dropping the Blossom. Putting down some good damage there. It's a 1 for 3 in favor of Winstoni. That is poor, very aggressive Genji. They look tilted.
Yeah, no, this is... And like each game, like it was like slipping a little more, and at this point it is just they're laying down, and the train is just full on plowing through.
Yeah. And if this is about to be what I think it's about to be, I'll wait till after this fight. So we've got Thor jumping in. He does have the monkey, so he pops it a little early, but he's still buying a lot of time there. But Jim gets the kill on Chromatic on the other end. I don't see very aggressive Genji winning this unless they get a Resurrect and bringing Chromatic back up. As both Rocket Barrages going in, but Everlight putting down a bit more damage. Crystallize does die without getting his res off there. As the stall coming out, it is just Treemeister and Everlight playing in this 2v2 here. Trying to buy time for the teammates, but Everlight goes down. Treemeister might go down. Oh no!
Very aggressive Genji might be coming at the last second, but 30 is doing his damnedest to try and dart in and out here, but it's not going to be enough. Scotch is going to get the raise on Evo and Baby Diva.
Heroes never die.
There's a 2-man res to answer for Thor and Chromatic.
Intense fight here.
Yeah, falling down pretty fast though. But a lot of the damage is not around for Winstoni. Having a hard time cutting through Thor, but it probably won't matter. He's bought time, but it was not enough as he got forced off the point there. Now Arkadievich coming in on the Reaper, looking for something.
More people pulling back in. Each team's respawning and streaming in. Round 2 of the same fight for the point.
And Chromatic traces for the final time as Treemeister drops the D-Vault. That's enough to clear the point. Game over. 300 to 27 in favor of Winstoni Baloney. Ouch. And play of the match going to be who else? 30 coming in again. He was just clutch all up and down here on Bruins as this Tracer. Just chucking damage in there. And hey, wait for it. Goodbye. Stick that bomb in there for good measure. Just a really sick map out of 30 there. Every time he dropped a pulse bomb, he was getting a kill.
Yeah, which is really solid. He did a lot of work throughout that entire match.
And, you know, I gotta say, there's a part of me that's really disappointed that's very aggressive Genji got a cap off on that last map.
So
But also
winning
part of
the
me that's really
300-0.
happy. Yeah, man, that'll never happen again. Most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
And
That is what you
I
just
enjoy,
don't normally see.
yeah, I enjoy history, no matter how we get there.
So, some of the greatest stories of the Baddie League involve just really bad things happening. Or really bad
Horrific,
teams.
soul-crushing losses.
Yep. Or a soul-crushing season. Never forget WCF.
I know they won't.
I feel like I could just hear Joey crying out after that. I should probably not do that. It's not good to tilt my own team.
It's fine. It's not like Joey has a history of tilting.
God damn it. Oh man.
So looks like we need a moment to get somebody reset here for very aggressive Genji. Actually, this might be them bringing in your Pendrai, who we heard was going to be having his mouse delivered potentially during this series.
Yep. I'll say that was Arkadievich dropping out. He was one of their emergency subs, so we could be they could be one step closer to a full roster.
Yeah, maybe that'll give him a chance to be a little more competitive here on this last map.
I definitely hope so.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who they run on what, because they've had Swasser slotting in as the second healer, which has worked. But they're replacing Arkadievich, who plays DPS, who was replacing Think Twice, who plays DPS, with their starter Your Pendrai, who plays support. And we have not seen Crystallize or Your Pendrai, excluding Symmetra, out of the Your Pendrai. We have not seen either of these guys play DPS at all.
I think the ideal situation here is they get a map where you can play Symmetra, and they put Your Pendrai on Symmetra. Or unless he's got, you know, something secret hidden that we haven't seen yet, and he's just a solid DPS as well.
Yeah, and I mean, it's,
I don't actually know the guy, so it's like 100% speculation.
And the thing about Overwatch is almost everyone can play Soldier, so maybe they can slot somebody in like that.
If you are like halfway decent at any FPS, you can play Soldier to some degree of effectiveness.
Alright, it looks like we're going to be going to another of my favorite mats, Eichenwalde with the E at the end.
Eichenwald. All right. Well, this is definitely a Symmetra first point map, so
Yeah.
it looks like that is definitely looks like the possible plan. I don't know what they're gonna do on offense, but I got a pretty good idea what they'll do on defense.
Hey man, I've seen those streams, those top 500 Symmetra only players. If they can do it,
That's
why
true.
can't we all? Alright, so we've got your Pendrai is starting off in the Symmetra here for the defense, for very aggressive Genji, as they're swapping, looks like Swasser going to go over to the Reinhardt. Oh no.
Oh.
Man, when you play the Reinhardt badly, everyone's gonna notice. I'm so scared.
Yeah, bad Reinhardt. Bad Reinhardt plays are really, really easy to notice most of the time.
And if you get into trouble, I'll bail you out.
But we're just seeing a bit of cheese here as well. We got Chromatic on the Bastion with the fucking Reinhardt and Orisa. I can dig it.
Yeah, you know,
we're gonna shield this Bastion to the world and back.
They've got nothing to lose at this point after all that Elios just went.
No, I like it. Fucking mix it up. Try something new. Get spicy.
Yeah, and they're going. They're going
getting
for a very
real
ballsy
spicy.
start. You got 2 shields to rip through there. This is the plan. As we take a peek into Chromatic's eyes here.
All right. Oh, are they gonna? They're gonna come through. They're under the bridge though.
And it's looking like Jim is just gonna casually walk his ass to the points. They did lose 2 in the process, but they broke the Bastion line. This could be a big deal. Schematic moved to the other side of the bridge.
He's just moving back and forth. He's playing tower defense here.
This is beautiful. Every Bastion dreams of this.
Yep. Wait a second. That shield.
Oh,
Not
Thor
ideal.
just costs his boy there. This could be bad as 30 now tracing back to the point, no longer on that Orisa.
Yeah, that is not a good situation here. We start seeing Winstoni Baloney sneaking through the line now. That's the Metro teleporter, almost up though. We have to rise from Mercy.
They need that teleporter ace.
Yeah.
As they do get a pick on the 30, and now Chromatic is back in. He's reestablished, looking over the points. As both Reses go off at the exact same time. Chromatic still alive, but taking a lot of damage up there. He does have the boo ready.
Yeah, they're gonna hold it, and Metro is ready to place the teleporter down. Oh wait.
Ooh,
What happened to Wily Coyote? Wait a second.
I'm guessing he had somehow snuck in the back lines and he knew he wasn't getting out, so he went for the intentional suicide.
So I did not see that anywhere.
But I do hear Tracer talking about finding a teleporter.
Yep. Tracer, not anywhere near it at the moment.
And now
There we go.
30 does take it down, so 0 value out of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They still got
trying to gun down this diva.
There's Evelite! Oh, the barrage, just the Bastion. But that's probably going to be worth it, as this is looking really bad for very aggressive Genji.
Yeah. No, that was ideal. He snuck up, he freaking nuked the Genji. The Bastion. Did what he needed to do.
There we go, a cart has been capped.
Yep.
Looks like your Pendrive maybe going for a swap here as he jumps off a cliff. Danko doing the same. Maybe those guys were just a little caught out.
Yep. Crystallized going down here. Bash
30.
Tagged.
Yeah, doing some work aggressively, clearing his team some space to push this cart.
Yep, we see your Pendrive switching off the Symmetra over to Ana, getting them a second healer here.
Yeah, and Danko did not swap, so that suicide must have been tactical earlier.
Yeah, I would say. I didn't see it once again.
Yeah, 30 isn't very deep here. Doesn't have an ult available, but probably doesn't care about that as he's ready to go in right as his team.
Yep, he's gonna try and get this Mercy here. Yep, turn the bash. Oh, he's gonna get gunned down really fast.
Oh, but Swasser, after all the shit we talked, does get a nice hammer down there. But I don't know if anyone on his team is going to be able to capitalize on it. He's swinging the hammer in no man's lands.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Bastion did not have like solid line of sight on where the hammer down was just because of the curve of the road.
Yeah, Chromatic does still have the ultimate available.
Yep.
So keep an eye for that, as we could be seeing a big drop come here.
Oh, we're gonna see it. This is gonna be great. They're waiting for him to come around. Enemy team's gonna be right above them.
There we go. Jim dropping in. He's looking for the Diva ult, and he drops it in the middle of everybody. You have to get out of there. You're going to die. Thor going down to the ult. But a nice rest coming out of Crystallize is going to equalize almost everything that was done to them. Chromatic dies without ulting. And despite some big reses, this is looking good for Winstoni Baloney.
Yep. That's going to be the next point, most likely.
At least, oh, here we go. Chromatic coming out onto the cart. Not comboed with the nano and not going to accomplish anything. That was rather
Yep. Last chance to hold this point. Swasser getting nanoed though. Josh Danko killing a lot of people, gunning them down, but it's looking like it's not going to be enough here. As Jim Tree and Evelite doing their best to hold on to this cart and get it the final few meters. Oh.
It is 1.88 meters to go.
Yeah, Thor and Josh Danko getting back on the point. They're both going down, but now crystallizing Thor onto it. Jim taking a nap on the cart, but that'll be good enough to push it into less than a meter to go.
Thor buys what time he can, but it is not enough.
And down goes the door. Winstoni Baloney looking for the 3-0 tonight.
Yeah, Chromatic actually on the Genji going down there as we see Glasser trying to find something, but I don't think he quite knows the angles he wants to be defending.
Come here and get stabilized.
30 switching over to that Junkrat.
That maybe a solid pick as we see Jim tossing the devault, and he gets Josh Danko and just keeps clearing space for this card to keep moving forward. Swasser very deep here. He's going to go down. Although they do lose Evelite in the process, but 30 is just chucking bombs in there with no contest. As Thor now tossing out the self-destruct, does not find anyone. And Treemeister clearing bodies off the points with the Monkey Man. Gonna be enough for a full push with 1:04 remaining here.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
I feel like I hit a hotkey that makes the camera move slower. You wouldn't happen to know if that's a thing, would you?
I imagine there's probably a hotkey for that, but if there is, I don't know what it would be. You can poke around here.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
got
look through.
we got a few seconds to
Microphone
mess
activated.
around.
Microphone muted.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a turns on and off thing?
Microphone activated.
It's like you hold it. Yeah, you hold it.
Ah, shift speeds up. There we go.
Microphone muted.
That's right.
I seem to have bugged something out because I'm permanently at the control speed, but at least now I know I can hit shift to speed up.
Huh. If you're, I'd probably give your control key, you know, a good little slap. Make sure it's not jammed.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna trust my keyboard more than I'm gonna trust Overwatch.
That is fair.
I feel like spectator bugs aren't that uncommon.
Alright.
Alright, so going into the last round of our last map here, so we got Gotch running the Symmetra. I think that's new for him. I don't remember seeing him play that at all.
I have not. But
Which,
fun to see.
yeah, I mean, it's like we said, first point Eichenwald, it's a good pick. And then coming
Yeah.
out of very aggressive Genji, we got Chromatic back to the Zarya. Josh Danko gonna be trying out the Junkrat.
Anyone need some healing?
Yeah, gonna be real interesting to see how this goes. They are gonna have to run the cart the whole distance.
Yeah, I don't feel great about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would like to see them at least make a decent run at it, though.
We do see Jim being tossed about like a ragdoll. He's gonna just casually charge way back to his team.
If Scotch is gonna go down, Thor is also gonna go down, though. Got the 5v5 here on the point, but Scotch is a long walk back before he gets there.
Jim gets the kill onto Crystallizes Soldier. And they've at least pulled Winstoni out of the door.
Ooh,
But, ooh, Chromatic, though, puts down some good damage there. Finishes
Yeah,
off the
but-
Diva and the Mercy.
Teleporter is down now, though, so all of a sudden that long walk back, not so much of a problem. They're getting this point.
And-
Ooh.
A nice Graviton comes out to counter that res, though, but once again, there is no one there to follow up for very aggressive Genji, so a huge 3-man res out of Winstoni.
Heroes never die.
Ah.
And your
Those
Pendrive-
Graviton searches just make me sad every time. I see that and I'm just like ready for fucking seeing things
Yeah.
explode.
Ooh, Evelite's up in the air, tossing down the barrage, and it's looking
Gonna
like
find
this...
him one. He's gonna find the Mercy.
Yeah, but enough damage has been done, so we see finally Winstoni Baloney pushing back up to the bridge, trying to reestablish the Rhine and the Symmetra here.
Yeah. They still have teleport. Oh, they don't have. Yeah, they still have. Yeah, Symmetra's getting ult, so that teleporter is through. Ugh, God, I just had like a stroke there.
So a late pick going on to Thor. That's going to buy some more time here for Winstoni. As we're not looking at a lot of time here for very aggressive Genji.
No, the clock is ticking. They have enough chance for a good push or two, but these picks are not going in their favor, that's for sure. Problem is, Symmetra is getting charged. He's gonna have that teleporter soon.
Oh, Jim goes down just to lay down the one-man hammer onto Swasser.
He's getting a lot of kills with it too, though. Oh my. Yep. Up goes the teleporter.
Heroes never die.
Nice tempo raise to keep everybody up. Keep your star player alive, you know. This is not looking good for very aggressive Genji.
My tactical visor is charging.
Let me get you patched up.
30 seconds remaining.
Do not.
They do at least have a few ults available, but oh, Josh Danko going down very early.
Never die.
Gonna be rezzed by your Pandrama. They probably didn't want to pop that so early. Chromatic gets a two-man Graviton, and they finally kill the people in the Surge. That's
Devault coming out.
Heroes never
gets
die.
one-man res onto Scotch, though. This is a really awkward fight for having had a lot of tools
Yeah.
available. And now Jim laying down a real hammer here as Avalite tosses the barrage into the mix. And that's finally going to do it. The 3-0 stomping of a night here for Winstoni Baloney.
I bet you this is Jim here in the play of the game. Actually, no. Forgot about the first half. There was a lot of other plays.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll be out of the first half, but
Yeah.
we will see here as the play of the game is gonna be Avalite on the Baron.
Alright.
Alright. He had a lot of these were solid.
Yeah.
And,
this is-
yes, this
oh,
one
it's
over
gonna be
the
right
bridge.
here.
This is the obvious candidate. They tear through everyone,
Sterben nicht.
get razzed, and then tear through them again. It was, oh man, it was a disgusting time
Yeah.
to be very aggressive Genji.
Yeah, that they just oh god, that was such a brutal situation. They're all set up there right in front of the bridge, waiting for them to come around the corner. And then from up above, right off the bridge, the entire enemy team literally just drops directly on top of you.
Yeah, feels bad, man.
Yeah.
As yeah, not a good night for very aggressive Genji. They are gonna have some very kind things to say to Think Twice next week, I would assume. But that's going to do it, guys. So that concludes the first half of the regular season here, as every team has played every team once. As you are probably aware, we're going to play each other again. So see you guys next week.